illustrious coach 2240. Right, you're preparing for preseason. Let's talk about your toolkit, because this is something that I think a lot of coaches don't suggest that their incoming players spend some time either investing in, making themselves, or even thinking about. Right, if you think a chef's got some tools they use kind of every single day, bartender's got some tools every single day, painter, right? Every profession, they got specific tools that they use to achieve tasks. So you could argue that some simple and cheap tools can really elevate the quality of your training. There are 3 tools that come to mind in particular, maybe 4, right? So okay. The first tool is not a tool at all, but actually breathing. I think, if you take this test, take a deep breath, right? If your shoulders go up into the air, if you take a deep breath and your deep breath goes like this, right? Your shoulders go up, then you want to search this video. It's called How to Breathe by Dr. Vranich, and she's going to argue that belly breathing is 10 times more effective, maybe 100 times more effective than breathing with your shoulders, because it uses less energy, right? If you breathe like this, it uses less energy than breathing with your shoulders, which means you're going to effortlessly improve your endurance and stamina just by using this belly breathing technique. Belly breathing also massages your internal organs. Belly breathing takes pressure off your spinal column. There's a rule of 3 that goes 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, and 3 weeks without food or water, give or take, you'd be dead. That's why if you can only take away one thing from this video, that would be it. That breathing is the most important skill that you can learn. Okay, now let's get into tools. So you have breathing. You could call it is the foundation of your pyramid. The wider your base, the taller your pyramid. So that's real. I can't stress that enough. Check out that video, and she'll tell you about some of the science, which I don't know, but I know that it's once you learn how to breathe effectively, it just improves every area of your life. You just calmer on and off the field in high pressure situations. So that's breathing. Second thing is movement. Right, if you're not bringing a jump rope with you everywhere, or an RMT rope, both are excellent for just, it's like, boxers, you see boxers skipping rope. I think jump rope or RMT ropes are probably the most underrated tool soccer players aren't using. It's like if you got to throw one in your gym bag, you find a Buddy Lee, just get the cheapest Buddy Lee jump rope, or make an RMT rope. It's just a piece of rope as long as you are tall, and why this is so important for soccer players is because you are a human first, soccer player second. And what that means is that your ability to understand where your body is in time and space is really going to help you be more dangerous on the soccer field. It's going to help you prevent injuries. It's going to help you be more explosive. It's going to help you be more agile, right? So for those reasons, I just wish I would have started using an RMT rope or a kick or a Buddy Lee jump rope sooner. So they got to be with you at all times, right? Muhammad Ali, he trained 6 days a week, all day. Shadow boxing, skipping rope, heavy bag, light bag, sit-ups, constantly, all day, just rotating through just nice exercises, staying relaxed, breathing. So, okay, so that's, and why they're also great is because it helps you improve your running technique. The founder of the RMT rope, David Wecky, says if you could only learn one rope flow pattern, you want to learn the alternating underhand sneak. It looks like this. And the reason why you want to learn this is because it improves your running technique. It helps you become more explosive, right? It teaches you to whip your arms down and pop that leg up. It teaches that indirectly, right? It's boom, 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 boom. It also makes you bend and twist your spine. So now you're working on its core strength, its endurance, its timing, rhythm, coordination, balance, all in one, and it's low impact. Right? A lot of players they're overworked and undertrained. This allows you to in an effortless way really improve so many things at the same time, and it's hard to see it until you feel it. So if I could I went through 2 freshman year preseasons So if I could do it all again, I would. I got cut from Duquesne University, and then 2 days later, I got punched in the face, and I broke my zygoma and orbital bone, so it's a cheek and eye socket, and I walked onto UR eye soccer team. If I could do it all again, I'd invest in a piece of cheap rope from my local hardware store, $10, not even, and you get yourself. So the way you learn the alternating underhand sneak is you go here, so it's underhand swing first. And so traditional jump rope, you go backwards to forward, yeah? Underhand swing, you go underneath, the opposite direction as a traditional jump rope. Then you bring that hand behind the back. So now you're here, holding your elbow, start to slide it down. Now you grab your wrist, then you grab both handles, then you're here, doing double behind the backs. This is gonna open up your chest and your shoulders to help you improve your running technique. And then from here, you drill this over and over and over and over. Whenever you get a spare second, drill this, drill this, drill this, drill this, drill this, drill this, drill this. And then from here, you're gonna be able to go so it goes here, right, you're here. You can feel your spine bending and twisting here, and then I promise you, if you learn this rope flow pattern, it's gonna completely change the trajectory of the rest of your college career and your career afterwards, because it's a hyper efficient movement warm-up. It's low impact that improves running technique, explosiveness, agility, timing, balance, rhythm, all at the same time. And you don't need to go to you don't need to jump in your car, go to a gym, work out, drive home and to do it, right? It's like you wake up, you can start just swinging. It's like if you're in a bad mood, you can use it as a mood booster because you're just moving, breathing, play your favorite song, start humming. Right, so I'm telling you, I swear, you're gonna feel more dangerous on the field. The second you start swinging this rope around, you're gonna get a jump rope. Okay, enough of that rant. So it's breathing, then it's the next part of the pyramid, movement, and then it's ball striking, right? Most players in college, I helped coach a D3 college team. I was a second assistant, and I brought a kick trainer. People were looking at it, kids were looking at it like as if as if it was like this foreign object. It just helps improve striking technique. That's all it is. It's high volume striking technique. You could make this for less than $15. Size one ball and a length of rope, or just invest in one from Amazon. This is an SKLZ Solo Kick Trainer. Cheap, $26, and you could cram close to 1,000 touches in 10 to 15 minutes, right? While you're watching a game, if you're warming up on the sideline, just right? Nice and easy. Work on that double right, double left, behind the back, right? Work that first touch. One-legged balance. Breathing, nice and easy. And then from here, you go right into, bring a ball. So that's one tool, kick trainer, and then it flows nicely right into some juggling work, right? Get your juggling down nice, right? Most players, right? You're doing John Terry's running workouts, and you're doing some ball work. I would search _ty.fitness_ on Instagram and scroll all the way back to some of his beginning juggling patterns. If you spend 60 seconds a day developing the juggling habit, if you're not doing it already, juggling different size balls. So you could say most college players aren't juggling different size balls. 2.2 pound medicine ball and a tennis ball. You want the outliers, right? Everyone's juggling size 5s. You want to juggle a tennis ball and a 2.2 pound medicine ball alternating, right? Working your precision, and your power with a heavy ball or a basketball, right? You use a basketball, or you could really overinflate a size 5 if you have one, or just whatever you have, right? Just rotate whatever balls you got in the house, or you probably have some balls in your house that you're not using that you could use that would improve the quality of your training just by taking stock of everything you have and throwing it in your gym bag. Yeah. So that's my, and then you want, right, 60 seconds of dribbling sequences. So you go from making sure you learn breathing. Once you learn breathing, you take that off the table. Then your warm-up could be jump rope or RMT rope, kick trainer, right into juggling, right into dribbling sequences. Right? So there's 2 dribbling sequences I'm not sure if you're familiar with. One is called the Tom Turnbull dribbling sequence. It looks like this. Outside, outside, inside, outside, inside. Outside, outside, inside, outside, inside. You want to drill that. You say it out loud while you're doing it. Slow, smooth, smooth is fast. Outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, outside, inside, outside, inside. Because then once you master that dribbling sequence, it allows you to get your head up and dance around defenders effortlessly. And plus, it's going to help you change direction more fluidly, right? Because you can go outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, out, right? So you see I'm coming from, you can really kind of pivot when you're changing up the sequence. The second sequence that's really nice to learn is called the Fanta Sista Mickey sequence. You go step, step behind the back, step, step behind the back. Right? So step, 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 step. The reason why this one's nice is because once you get comfortable with that sequence, it allows you to go like this. You can pivot. You could change direction to see the field. You develop an effortless turn, which allows you to see the field and make and just be more dangerous, right? So you go here, and then it's pivot, 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 right? So you could start to, so those 2 sequences combined really make you, 60 seconds a day, just try it. So whether you like the Tom Turnbull or the Fanta Sista Mickey, just pick one and stick with it, right? Bruce Lee say? I fear not the man who practices 10,000 kicks, but I fear the man who practices one kick 10,000 times. Whatever sequence is more appealing to you, just choose that one and then practice that one over and over and over and over. Okay, so that's that. What were you talking about? John Terry, you said you're doing John Terry's workout, you're doing some gym workouts, and you're doing some ball work, and you're preparing for preseason. If your gym has a sauna and you're not using that sauna, I would use that because it's it's an effortless way to really. It's just there's so many things behind the scenes that really get you going. If you're already paying for the gym membership and you're not using the sauna, I would do the sauna after your workout. Another thing I would consider doing is if you're not doing cold showers first thing in the morning, right? Waking up, hydration, sunlight, movement, right? That's Andrew Huberman. If you have access to a cold shower or a shower and you're not doing cold showers, if you're not doing cold shower in the morning and hot shower at night before bed is going to help you get some deep sleep. Cold shower in the morning is an effortless workout that you could just utilize. It's just so effortless that it's like you're already doing all the other hard stuff. You might as well do some of the easy stuff that you get huge bang for your buck anyway, if that makes sense. Right? So it sounds like you're committed, so you might as well do that. It's like, how hard is it to just pop at the end of the shower in the morning? You just put on cold 60 seconds and then kind of build it up over time. Get on that cold shower, right? It's, your breathing's gonna, your breath's gonna kind of get jacked up. Then you want to just breathe through it. Power pose, getting to power posing.
right? So that you can, it's delaying that's fight or flight. It's gonna help you with stress, right? Be able to stay calm. So breathe through the cold water. If you don't know, if you haven't seen the Amy Cuddy power posing video, I mean, I do that before every single PK, before every single free kick, before every single corner kick. I would do this before college exams. This helped me pass a class in which we had 3 exams, and if you failed one, then you failed the class. If I failed the class, I would have failed I wouldn't have graduated, and if I didn't graduate, my parents probably would have killed me. Yeah, that would have been bad. So I would do this in the bathroom, power posing, listening to the same song on repeat, just not even 2 minutes before class, breathing, get super relaxed. So same thing translates to the field. Before PK, before corner kick, before free kick, you kind of exude confidence. They say people who are blind, so they've never seen anyone do this pose. When they win a race or a competition, their arms automatically, right? It's programmed in your DNA that your arms they shoot up into the air when you win some type of race or competition. So that shows you how powerful it is. And something that's also relevant is like these 4 tools right here. They're things you could do every single day. They're regenerative, right? You want to do things that you think. Some players I've seen them comment. They say, I'm so sore after workouts. They can hardly walk. They're doing squats till, heavy squats, heavy deadlift. They can barely move at practice. It's like these things. You could do them every single day, and you start to feel how your body feels as you're doing it. So they become diagnostic tools for improving. It's like you could feel if your touch is crisper. You could feel if you got more spring in your step. So especially for a rehab tool, I mean, nothing beats it. Maybe a loop resistance band can really help. That's one more. I would search in terms of dealing with your soreness that you will deal with in this upcoming season. Search Dick Hartzel, Hartzel, band stretches. He's got some stretches, shoulder stretches that you got to learn how to loop a resistance band around your wrist. So you got a loop resistance band, kind of the big rubber band. You attach it to something sturdy, so it's hanging down, right? So you got to put your arm through so that it's pinned to the wrist, and then you reach around and grab like that. And then what this does, it allows you to traction out your arms and shoulders in different ways. So this is an excellent warm-up.
See, boss.
Okay. How's everything?
I haven't eaten it yet, but it's always good.
Okay, good. Right, so it's going to allow you to get in different ranges of motion with this loop band and really traction out this upper right shoulder, right? It's going to get into the neck complex. You do it with the left arm, you get the neck moving, and it's just going to, that release of tension is going to strengthen and relieve tension in the rest of your body as well. So that's something that you could really take advantage of. A loop resistance band. Again, a 5-pack costs less than $25, and they're probably some of the most, you start cranking out sets of good mornings, Bruce Lee style. I mean, you're just gonna be violent and dangerous when you step on that field freshman year, right? Because you're just gonna be the strongest, most dynamic player if you're using some of this stuff. I mean, it's like, yeah, man, a loop resistance band, start cranking out good mornings. Wide stance, bent knee, straight knee, ultra wide, narrow, just mix it up. One on toes, just cranking good mornings, right? Just cranking that lower back hamstrings. you start cranking good mornings. You start with a 1 set of 10 and just crank it up. Okay. What else? Freshman year. Oh, right. It's like my freshman year. I just worried so much about looking like a cool, trying to look cool. It's like I gave so many shits about like, I don't know. I worried so much about looking like I spent more time thinking about what I was gonna wear to class and out every day instead of having like one dress shirt, like Einstein style. Einstein wore one suit jacket the same suit jacket, so that he didn't have to think about it. And you'd be surprised how much time people spend doing laundry and thinking about what they're gonna wear instead of having one. Just get a all black shirt. Just get a black shirt, or just maybe a couple of black shirts, right? Dress shirts, and it's like you can look professional in every single setting. You could go out to eat in it. You could train in it. You can go to class looking professional. You could have a meeting with the dean of your college with you throw a tie on, right? You throw a tie on. And so what else? So yeah, less is more, right? Oh, and minimalist shoes. I would find a pair of minimalist shoes that you like. I'm wearing all Acai's, but I have some Sagueros coming in the mail, the Zero shoes, Vibrams, anything with a thin sole drop, wide toe box, and a bend. Rich, you want a bendable. You want something that can bend, right? So it doesn't hinder your toes' ability to feel the ground. So minimalist shoes will completely change your life if you've never worn them, and then you start wearing them. The next day, your calf's going to be so sore that you won't even believe how sore your calves will be from the same exercise. But your ability to feel the ground is going to help you prevent injuries in the future and keep that joy high, right? Because the worst thing is you get injured, and then there's this negative downhill spiral of, well, I can't practice, and now you're on injured reserve, and now you're just, it's a slippery slope. If your rehab isn't going good, and your coach is like, what's going on? Now you're an injured freshman. Now you got to waste your time going to rehab. It's just jamming yourself up. So minimalist shoes. Think about how many steps you take a day. Each step could make you stronger or can make you weaker. So make a decision. Sleep. An eye mask is huge. I don't know. Maybe your roommates are messing around with their phones at nighttime. They got their alarms. They got most of your brain is connected to your vision, right? A huge amount of brain is directly related to your seeing abilities. So at nighttime, putting that phone down to bed. Don't eat 3 hours before bed. Don't drink 2 hours before bed, and then get off your phone 1 hour before bed. Invest in the quality of your sleep now. You got to develop these good habits. Right, your sleep routine, it's gonna flow right into it. So eye mask, $10 on Amazon for a cheap eye mask. That your energy will shoot through the roof if you're not already using one, because it's like even the littlest of light can affect the quality of your sleep, knock you out of deep sleep. Carry a daily planner everywhere you go, or just something that can fit in your notebook. Can fit in your pocket, because your ability to write down your schedule, right? You have this exam on this day. You got right. So you can look up if you're already on the team. Then you order your daily planner. Then you put every single one of your game days, right? You put each one of your game days. You fill out your whole practice schedule, and then you're working, and then. Right, then you'll have your classes. So you go from your syllabus, then you go down to you go from syllabus. It should have the dates of maybe get an email from the professor of the dates of your exams, and then those go down
into your planner, and then so maybe you have a job. You write down your schedule so that you can see it visually instead of people sometimes they put their schedule on the computer, but then maybe there's no low battery, or there's this and there's that. It's like boom, planner. Then your boss, your coach is asked, hey, would you like to be a part of this thing this day? And then it's like, whip it out, and you say, oh, coach, I'm free this day, or yes, boss, I'm free. I would love to, help out with this, or you kind of schedule. You schedule your life out, and so you could shoot it in a direction where you want to send it. And then I think practice is actually the game. Practice, when you're at practice, that's the game, because you won't get into the game if you don't. There's a hierarchy of players in your team, so you are striving to you're trying to transcend the hierarchy. So to be the best, the goal isn't necessarily to be the best player on the team per se. Right? You want to get better so that you can elevate your team and be a leader of your team, of your school, right? So it's to elevate the players in the future and of the past who are going to play for your school. So you want to get to practice, ideally 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes early, and get that ball up on a juggle and rotating between dribbling sequences, kick trainer, RMT rope, hanging from a pull-up bar, decompressing your spine, and so that you've already gotten all your poor touches out, and you're firing when people are just waking up, or they're hungover from the night before, or whatever, right? You want to be friggin' firing, and I think staying late, right? After practice, you want to go eat, go eat with your team, and enjoy kind of the camaraderie of being with the team. But if you get there early, right, hop in a cold shower right before practice, and then you're out on the pitch, you're getting that ball on the juggle, breathing, relaxed, and if you could get into that habit, forget about it. That's where you want to be at. And that's all the stuff in a nutshell. It took me like 6 years to graduate. 1 year got cut from the team, then got my face punched in. Next year walked onto the team. Sophomore year was a wash, because I one of my biggest strengths was my shooting with my right foot, and a couple days before preseason I clipped the ground trying to hit free kicks, and I basically busted my right foot, and I tried to play it off like it was a big deal, but it was the worst. If you could just learn that alternating underhand sneak, bring a ball with you everywhere you go, a size 1 ball everywhere you go. It's like you just got to get your volume of touches higher than everyone else on your team so that you can elevate the rest of your team. It's not to be better against them, it's to be better to elevate them, and they'll follow the lead. Right? So you kind of want to be a leader, but even before you step onto the field, just through your training routine, it's like, it's like, can you become like an ambassador of like what it means to be a great player? It's like helping clean up after these little things. It's like thanking your coach after each practice just for showing up. It's thanking the referees. It's like the simple stuff. Calling your parents every Sunday. I think I didn't do that enough in college. Most of the calls were pretty shitty. They were like, you want to get into that habit if you're not doing that already. On away trips, it's like the way you guys act is a reflection of your school. So you want to, simple things. When you go out to eat, it's like make sure your table's tidy. And even in the cafeteria, it's like you'll notice this is what I noticed, that
at URI, where I played at, it's like the sports. Some of the sports players, some of the sports teams and sports players, they acted like they were the bee's knees, the cat's pajamas, and it's like they didn't. It felt like they didn't treat other people right. So little things add up, right? So you got to take care of yourself. And I would arrive to campus significantly earlier just to explore, just explore, and take classes out, get you out of your comfort zone. I think Jordan Peterson says you want to go wide. You want to go wide in all fields and also narrow. So like, let's say you really love, I don't know, let's say you love business. It's like all these professors are available with their emails. Just email them and say, hey, what's your favorite? Just say, what's your favorite? I'm a freshman. Come in this fall. What's your favorite business book? Or what are your top 2 favorite business books at this point in time? Or what's something you've been thinking about? It's like, I might be taking your class as a senior, but I'm just curious. Once I get there, what would you consider reading? It's like all their course lists are listed. All their books are listed, should be listed on their course list. I mean, professors would love nothing more than people who are interested in the stuff that they're thinking about, in theory. So, okay, well, that's where to follow it up, it's like I reached out to the marketing guy who came up with the slogan for URI that goes, think big, we do. Set up a meeting, and I got there so early that I left because I thought he wasn't going to show, and he emails me saying, I'm here, where are you? I get there, I had a conversation, it went so-so, but then I go, you have a favorite book that you read these days, or something that you're really excited about? And he goes, I think about this book a lot, and it's called Contagious by Jonah Berger, and that book basically got me, has helped me it's like helped me get marketing jobs. Just that book. It's like that one book was worth that one conversation, and one book was worth the 4-year cost minus my slight academic scholarship that university cost, right? That one book was worth, that was, right? It's like the direct correlation. So it's like you got to do that so you got to have that conversation, but increase the volume, right? Just really dive deep into what you really want to do and be, and who you want to become. See, Muhammad Ali would ask every single young kid that he met, he would say, what do you want to be when you grow up? So, right? So this is your time to explore and kind of elevate yourself. So go wide your freshman year. Philosophy, get working with your hands. You want a hard course load, and to push yourself, and so that you could grow into something great. So hopefully this helps. Reach out with any questions. All right, thank you.